Good morning, dear student. Let us start the class. Today we are going to do the topic add and subtract fraction from the workbook. Okay, the main topic was given in the textbook, so we are going to do the various questions given in the workbook. So let us start the class. So children, we have already got like fraction, isn't it? And how to compare them? So I have taken some questions here. So we will compare using the symbols. So when we are comparing either it is greater or bigger or equal. Okay, so how will you compare? We are using the mathematical sign. See, the greater sign, the smaller sign, and the equal sign. Okay, so these are the mathematical symbols we are using when we compare numbers. Now the first question is given 3 by 4 and 1 by 4. Okay, so below circle is also given. That means both the circles are divided into 4 equal parts. You can shade it if you want. Okay, now how do we know that it is a like fraction? Because both the denominators have got 4 and 4. That means it is same. Alright, so which sign we will use? Which is bigger, the 3 or 1? Because in like fraction we don't compare the denominator because the denominators are all same. We compare the numerators, that is 3 and 1. Now out of 3 and 1, which is bigger? Of course, 3 is bigger. So we will use the greater sign. So 3 by 4 is bigger than 1 by 4. Let us go to the next question. The next question is compare the fractions, same question, 4 by 5 and 3 by 5. Now which is bigger and which is smaller? That means again 5, the denominators are same. 4 is bigger than 3. Okay, so 4 is bigger than 3. That means 3 by 5 is smaller than 4 by 5. The next question is 7 by 7 and 6 by 7. Now in this question 7 by 7, what we got, that it is a whole. It represents a whole because 7 by 7 same numerator and denominator equals to 1. Okay, but still the figure is divided into 7 equal parts. Okay, so and on the other side it is 6 by 7. Still you have to compare the numerators. So 7 by 7 is bigger than 6 by 7. So children, in this way we can compare fraction using the three signs, that is greater, smaller and equal sign. Okay children? So children, here I have taken a circle. Okay, the circle is divided into 16 equal parts and the circle is colored with the orange, yellow and blue in color. Now I have to find out which of the parts, total parts, are shaded and the unshaded parts. Now we know that the total number of equal parts is 16. You can count from one side. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I have counted, I got 16. You also can count from your side and find out how many equal parts the circle has been divided. Okay, now the colored parts are how many? The orange is 4 by 4. So if I have to write in fraction, what will be the fraction here? The orange will be 4 by 16. Okay, similarly for blue it will be 3 by 16 and for yellow it will be 3 by 16. Now if I calculate all of these three, if I find out the total sum of the colored fraction, what I will get? 4 plus 3 plus 3, because the denominators are same. So how much I will get? I will get 10. Okay, 10 by 16 are colored. Now I have to find out how much part is left uncolored. Okay, so what I have to do? I have to subtract it from the whole. Now how will I find the whole? I will find the whole by counting the total number of equal parts. I have already counted and I got 16. Okay, so we know the whole is always denoted by 1. And if it is 1, if I have to write in fraction, then the numerator and the denominator will be the same number of the object that has been divided into. Now this object is divided into 16. Okay, so the whole will be 16 by 16. Now 16 by 16 I have to subtract minus 10 by 16 because 10 parts are colored. Now what will be the answer? The answer will be 16 and 16 common denominator. So 16 minus 10 by 16. Okay, so the answer will be 6 by 16. Sorry, the answer will be 6 by 16. Okay, so 6 by 16 are left uncolored. Okay, so I will write together 6 by 16 are uncolored, that means unshaded. In this way we can find the shaded and unshaded parts of any given figure. So let us start the class. We will get many questions regarding this topic and our doubts will be more clarified, okay, as once we practice. Now children, this is the workbook. The topic for today is add and subtract like fraction. Okay, so let us go to the first question. The first question is given, the fraction greater than 4 by 5. Which of the fraction is greater than 4 by 5? So 1 by 5 is smaller, 2 by 5 is smaller, 4 by 5 is also smaller, so 5 by 5 is bigger than 4 by 5. The answer is option. The next question is the fraction less than 4 by 10. Now which of the fraction is less than 4 by 10? So it is 4 by 10 here, that means it is equal. 6 by 10 bigger, 5 by 10 is also bigger, so 1 by 10 is smaller than 4 by 10. Okay, the next question is the fraction equal to 2 by 6. Now which of the fraction is equal to 2 by 6? How will you compare? See, 1 by 4 is not equal. Similarly 3 by 12, because if you reduce 3 by 12 you will get 1 by 4. Okay, 3 by 6 you reduce it, 1 by 2. Okay, so which is correct? This is correct because when you reduce 2 by 6, okay, you divide 2 by 2 because both is divisible by 2, isn't it? Similarly 6 you divide by 2. If you are taking the same number, the denominator also should be same. So if you divide 2 by 2, you are getting 1 here, and 6 divided by 2 you are getting 3. So D is the correct answer. Question number 4, the sum of 3 by 5 and 1 by 5 is. Now what is the sum? 5 and 5 same, that means the denominator will remain same. 3 plus 1, 4. The answer is 4 by 5. Is 4 by 5 here? Yeah, option number C. Similarly, you can find out 5 and 6. Question number 7, while adding like fraction, add only their. What do we have to add? Only their numerators. Okay, so in a like fraction we have to add only the numerators. The denominator of the sum of the fraction 3 by 5 and 2 by 5 is what? Now it has been asked about denominator. So what is the sum? Is it 5 plus 5 10? Is it 10? No, it is not 10. The answer will be 5 because when we are comparing the numerator or adding or subtracting, we are taking only one denominator, not the two denominator. So the sum will be 5. Similarly, question number 9, 3 by 7 minus 2 by 7. So what will be? The common denominator is 7. So 3 minus 2. What is the answer? 1 by 7. So question number 10 you can do yourself. Let us go to the next question. Question number 11. Subtract 1 by 8 from 5 by 8. Now children, don't be confused. You have to subtract this from this. So in subtraction the rule is that we always subtract the smaller number from the bigger number. Now this fraction is bigger than this fraction. So what I will do? I will write in this way, 5 by 8 minus 1 by 8. Okay. Now 8 is the common denominator here. So 5 minus 1 equals to 4 by 8. Okay. Now this 4 by 8 I can reduce it into more simpler, more reduced form. I will divide both the numbers by 4. Both the numbers by 4 because both is divisible by 4. So what I got here? 4 divided by 4 equals to 1. 8 divided by 4 equals to 2. The answer is 1 by 2. You can keep it till here also, but here also if you write, the answer is correct. This is just to show that we can reduce fraction when both the numerators and the denominators are divisible by the same number. Question number 12 you have to do by yourself. Find the sum of 7 by 14 and 6 by 14. So what do you mean by sum? Sum means to add. That means whatever you are adding, whatever the answer you are getting, that is known as the sum. The next question is given. In the given figure, find the fraction represented by the shaded parts, then find the fraction of the unshaded parts using subtraction. Now it is a circle here. It is divided into how many equal parts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we have to find the shaded and the unshaded part. Now total number of equal parts, how many equal parts? It is divided into 6 equal parts. Number of parts shaded, how many parts are shaded? 1, 2, 3 and 4. So 4 parts are shaded. Okay, the fraction of the shaded part. Now what is the fraction of the shaded part? It is will be 4 by 6. Okay, and what will be the unshaded part? Now I told you in the last class also, if we have to find out mathematically, then we subtract this shaded part from the whole. Now what will be the whole? The whole is always represented by 1, and here it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 by 6. So we subtract 4 by 6 from 6 by 6. So what is the answer? The answer will be 2 by 6, because 6 minus 4 equals to 2. Similarly, question number 14 also same. You have to find out. Here the division is more than here. It is 6 and it is more in number. But the process is same. You find out in this way. The next question is question number 15. Okay. In the given figure, find the fraction represented by the shaded part using addition. Then find the fraction represented by the unshaded parts using subtraction. So what is the total part here? Let me count again. I'll start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The total part is 8. What is the gray part here? So the gray part is 1 and 2. 2 parts are shaded gray. So what will be the fraction of the gray? It is 2 by 8. Similarly, blue, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The fraction will be 4 by 8. Now you have to find the fraction of the shaded part. Okay, so the blue and the gray are shaded. So what you will do? You will add this. So 2 by 8 plus 4 by 8. How much you will get? 6 by 8. Now you have to find out the unshaded part. So what we have to do? We have to subtract this from the whole. Now how will you get the whole? Count the total number of parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We already got 8. So the whole will be 8 by 8 minus 6 by 8. So what is the answer? It will be 2 by 8. Okay children. So question number B you have to find by yourself. The next question is, in the given figures, use addition to find a fraction represented by the unshaded part. Okay, same question. So I am doing only A. B you have to do by yourself. So total part how many? Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The total part is 10. How many yellow parts are there? 1, 2, 3. So yellow part is 3. So fraction of the parts shaded yellow, the fraction will be 3 by 10, because out of 10, 3 parts are shaded yellow. Red part how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. So the fraction of the parts shaded red will be 4 by 10, because out of 10, 4 parts are shaded red. Now we have to find the shaded part, because we can see white is there now, so that is unshaded. So what I will do? I will add the 3 by 10 and 4 by 10 to find the shaded part. So 3 by 10 plus 4 by 10. So 10 is the common denominator. 3 plus 4 equals to 7 by 10. And for the unshaded part, how will I get? Unshaded part, because it is 10 equal parts, the whole will be 10 by 10 minus shaded part. How much we got? Yellow and red, 7 by 10. So the answer will be 3 by 10. So fraction for unshaded part. How we got 10 here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Let us go to the next question here. Rakesh ate 1 by 4 of his lunch during recess. Okay, so during lunch he ate 1/4 of his food and 1/4 of his lunch on the way home. Okay, so Rakesh is the name of a person and he has eaten 1/4 of his lunch during the break and 1/4 of the lunch during on his way to home. Now the question is, how much of the lunch did he eat in all and how much was left uneaten? Same question, just like shaded and unshaded part. Here we have to find out the total parts of the lunch he has eaten and the total parts the lunch he has not eaten. Now in the other question, for the circle in the shaded or unshaded part, what you do, you calculate the total number of equal parts, then you do what, you add the number of the shaded parts and you subtract it from the whole. Similarly, you have to do this question also in the same way. So total quantity of lunch eaten by Rakesh, how much? 1/4 plus 1/4, because 1/4 during break and 1/4 during break and 1/4 during on his way home. So how much you will get? The answer you will get is 2/4. Okay, 4 is a common denominator. 1 plus 1, 2. So Rakesh ate how many? 2/4 of his lunch in all, because there is a two-part question. How much of the lunch did he eat in all? So Rakesh ate 2/4 of his lunch in all. How much was left uneaten? So how much was left uneaten? Okay, so we have to find out the total quantity. Now how will you find the whole here? There is no division, no figure is given out. So we can get the whole from the denominator. That means his lunch is been divided into 4 equal parts. So the whole will be 4/4 minus 2/4, because these parts he has eaten. So 4 is the common denominator. 4 minus 2, you will get 2/4. So 2/4 he has not eaten. Okay children, so in this way you can find out the answer. Similarly, question number 18 also same, you have to do it in the same process. The next question is, Arun drinks 2/10 of the milk from the jug, Ravi drinks 1/10 of it and Sunil drinks 4/10. What fraction of the milk is left in the jug? Okay, so Arun, Ravi and Sunil are the name of 3 persons. They have drank 2/10, 1/10 and 4/10. Now what fraction of the milk is left in the jug? So how will you do that? Let me find out one by one. Fraction of the milk that Arun drank. Okay, so Arun has drank how many? 2/10. So it is written in words here. No problem, we can convert into numbers. So it is 2/10. Sorry, 2/10. So 2/10 we write in this way. Fraction of the milk that Ravi drank. So what it is? 1/10. So 1/10. And Sunil drank 4/10. So 4/10. Now the question is the total fraction of the milk that Arun and Ravi drank. So we have to find out first Arun and Ravi. So what I will do, I will add that 2/10 plus 1/10 equals to 3/10. Total fraction of the milk that Arun, Ravi and Sunil drank. Okay, so since we have already got the fraction of Arun and Ravi, so I will write 3/10 and Sunil drank how much? 4/10. The answer is 7/10. Now fraction of the milk left in the jug. So how will do? I will find out from the whole. So we already know to find from the whole we have to subtract. This part of the milk is drank by the 3 persons. Now what is the whole here? The milk is divided into how many equal parts? 10 equal parts. So the whole will be 10/10. So the answer will be 10 minus 7. 10 will be the common denominator. So 3/10. So 3/10 of the milk is left in the jug. So when this type of question is given, you just write in statement like that. Okay, write in statements, write the in fraction, then you add whatever is asked in the question, then you subtract it from the whole. whole we can find out like in this way. Whatever the denominator is, just write the same number at the top. If it is 4, then 4 by 4. If it is 9, it is 9 by 9. Okay, then you subtract it and then we will find what is left. Similarly, question number 20 also same, you can do in this process. The next question is question number 21. Nisha ate 4 by 9 of a chocolate bar in the morning and 2 by 9 in the evening. What portion of the chocolate bar is remaining? When did she eat more chocolate? Okay, so part of the chocolate bar eaten by Nisha in the morning is how much? In the morning it is 4 by 9. In the evening it is 2 by 9. So total part of the chocolate bar eaten is 4 by 9 plus 2 by 9. So how much I will get? 6 by 9. Now how much is part of the chocolate remaining? What will be the whole? 9 by 9. Okay, minus 6 by 9. So what is the answer we got? 3 by 9. That is the first part of the question. The chocolate remaining is 3 by 9. Now when did she eat more chocolate? In the morning or in the evening? So we can compare 4 by 9, 2 by 9. Which is bigger? Of course 4 is bigger. So Nisha ate more chocolate in the morning or evening? In the morning. Okay. The next question is given from the figure, write the fraction represented by each color. Also find the following. So you have to find out what? Fraction represented by blue and gray and white and blue. Which color is used most and which color is used least. So this is a very interesting and very easy one. A rectangular bar is there. 3 colors are used, blue, gray and white. So you have to find the fraction combination is given here. First blue and gray, then gray and white, then white and blue, and which color is used most and which color is used least. So children, you have to find this by yourself. Okay. So children, based on all the question today, I have made 2 questions here. Okay. So these are not very tough questions. So you can do this in your maths copy. The questions I'll be giving in the Google Classroom. You can write in your maths copy and you can send it to me. Okay. So let me read out a question here. Neetu ate 1 by 4 over pizza in the morning and 1 by 4 in the afternoon. How much of the pizza did she eat in all? How much is left uneaten? Okay, so what is the process here? So Neetu is a name of a person and she has eaten 1 by 4 of the pizza in the morning and 1 by 4 in the afternoon. You have to find out how much she has eaten and how much is left. Okay, the next question is Varun drinks 1/10 of the juice from the jug. 1/10 is given in words, you have to convert into number. Arun drinks 2/10 and Amit drinks 4/10. What fraction of the juice is left in the jug? Okay, so find out these 2 answers and you can give it in the Google Classroom. The new words that you have learned today is sum, difference and like fraction. Okay, so what do you mean by sum? When you add 2 numbers, you are getting an answer or not? Okay, that answer is known as sum. Suppose 5 plus 5, what is the answer? 10. So the sum of 5 and 5 is 10. That answer is known as sum for addition. Similarly, when you subtract number, you are also getting an answer. Now the answer for subtraction is known as difference. Okay, so 5 minus 3 equals to 2. So I can say the difference between 5 and 3 is 2. Okay, and like fraction you already know because like fraction has got the same denominator. So children, I am winding up the class. The questions I have given for the workbook, you can write it down in your workbook using your pencil, and the other questions which I have not done, that you have to try by yourself. Okay, the process are all same. Just follow the 4 mark questions, then you can attempt the question. And after a few days, I'll be uploading the correct answer. You can go through it and write it down in your workbook. Alright, so with this I conclude my video. Thank you and have a nice day.